Welcome to today's lesson. Today's topic is on equation of circles. If this is your first time in this YouTube channel, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you have a question on any of the topic or videos I have made, please put it in the comment section. Always feel free to express yourself using the comment section. Tell me how you feel about the videos. Tell me if you have questions or if you have a topic you want me to treat or talk about, put it in the comment section. Now let's look at the equation of circle. How do we come about this equation? Well, we'll have a circle here on your screen, and the circle, it has coordinates. It has the y coordinate and the x coordinate, and then you have the center of the circle, which is 0, 0. Now remember, this coordinates means that the first value is for x value and the second value it's for y value. So most times when we express coordinates, we express it in this form. So the first value is for x and the second value it's for y. And then you have the radius of the circle. Now with this, you can construct a right angle triangle which can help you to come out with the equation of a circle. Now from this diagram, I have this right angle triangle. Now this is cut away from the circle, so this is the radius, this is the y coordinates, and this is the x coordinate, and this is your center of the circle, 0, 0, indication or indicating that x is 0 and y is 0. Now to come up with the equation of circle, we have to apply the Pythagoras theorem. Of course, that's easy, which is the square of the sum of the other two sides is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse. The square of it is equal to the square of the sum of the other two sides. So yeah, x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. X is the x coordinate, y is the y coordinate, and r, of course, is the radius. So this is the equation of a circle. Now, this equation is for a circle where the center of the circle is at the point of origin, which is 0, 0. So always remember that. But sometimes you may be given a circle in which the circle is not centered on the origin. By this I mean the center is not 0, 0. The center could shift away from the point 0, 0. It could be any other figure. It could be 1 minus 2. So in that situation, what do? See, that brings about developing a general formula for solving the equation of any circle. And so that's the formula we're going to go with. General formula for solving the equation of a circle is this: x minus h square plus y minus k square equal to your r square, which is your radius square. Now, where your h is the x coordinates. So remember that the x coordinate of the center of the circle, while your k is the y coordinates, the y coordinate of the center of the circle. Your arrow still remain the radius of the circle. Now in this question, we are asked to find the equation of the circle with a center of 2, 5 as the coordinates and a radius of 10 centimeter. Now in this case, you notice that the center of the circle is not at the point of origin. If it's at the point of origin, the coordinate will be 0, 0. Now, since the coordinates 2 and 5 is an indication that the center of the circle is not at the point of origin. So in this case, what do? We use the general form of the equation of a circle, which is x minus h all square plus y minus k all square equal to radius square. So let's identify our h. Our h is this, which is 2, and our k is 5. You see, it's very easy to solve this question. So the next thing is to put the values into the equation, and that becomes x minus 2 all square plus y minus 5 all square, which is radius square. Now, what's a radius? Fine, we did not bring that out, so let's bring it out. Our arrow is 10, and we're given in the question a radius of 10 centimeter. So I'm going to replace this arrow square with 10. So let me take the next line so that the work will be very neat. I was about to leave that out, so sorry about that. So the radius is 10 square, which is this plus y minus 5 all square equal to 100. So let's leave our answer in this form. You can decide to expand this. You can decide to expand this and then simplify further, but we can leave it in this form. This is also simplified. So this is the solution to the question. Look at the next question. What is the radius of the circle with the equation x squared plus y squared equals to 4? You see, next in this equation, it tells you that the center of the circle is at a point of origin. So what do we do? Remember, the general form of the equation of a circle when the center of the circle is at a point of origin is x squared plus y squared equal to r squared. This tells you that the point of origin is 0. So if you compare this equation, which is the equation for the circle where point of origin is at 0, with the given equation, you'll notice that the radius, the arrow, is equal to 4. So which means r squared is equal to 4. So they occupy the same position. So you can equate this to this. And that's what I've done. And then you get a square root of 4, and the solution to this question is 2. Now, we only take the positive. We don't take the negative because we're dealing with the radius of a circle. And of course, the radius of a circle has no negativity attached to it. So we stick with a positive value. So it is plus 2. So this is the solution to the question. Now, notice the next question. What is the equation of a circle with a radius of root 5 and a center at the origin? When the center is at the origin, the equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared equals the radius. Now, in this case, you've been given the radius. So the radius is root 5. So I'm going to replace the radius with root 5. Then you square and put this in the bracket. Now, of course, this square root will cancel out a square. So you'll be left with x squared plus y squared equal to 5. So this is the equation of the circle. In this question, number 4, we are finding the center and radius of a circle with the equation x plus 2 squared plus y minus 5 or squared equal to 8. So we're looking for two things. Remember, the center of the circle and the radius of the circle. So what will be the first step is to come up with the general form of the equation, which is x minus h or square plus y minus k or square equal to radius squared. Now, the given equation is this. So if you compare, it is easy for you to get the center of the circle. What will be the value of h? The value of h is this 2. But if you notice, this is minus h. So it's like saying minus h is equal to plus 2. And if you divide both sides by minus, h will be equals to minus 2. Now this is k. So this is minus k equal to minus 5 in the same position. And if you divide both sides by minus 1, k will be equal to 5. So the center of the circle is minus 2 and 5. So those are the coordinates. The next is to get the radius. R squared is equals to 8 because they're in the same position. So to get a value of r, we'll look for the square root of 8, which is the same thing as we want to simplify this further. See, here it's possible for us to get the square root of 4, that's 2, but we cannot get the square root of 2, so it becomes 2 root 2. So that's the radius. Very easy. So you have two questions to do. You can try this out. If you get the answer correctly, put it in the comment section. The first question is, what is the equation of a circle with a radius of 4 and a center at the origin? That's very easy. The number 2 is, what is the equation of a circle with a radius of root 3 and a center at the coordinates minus 2 and 3? Thank you for watching. Remember to share your experience watching this video using the comment section. If there's any question you want me to answer, please put it there. If there's a topic you want me to treat, put it there also. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.